Hi, Dr. Vitale. How are you today?
I'm well, thank you very much, Haley.
Were you excited, I assume, when they announced that you're going to be superintendent?
I am very excited. I am very proud to serve this school district, this community. So many wonderful people here. I'm going on my 9th year, and as you know, I was an assistant principal at the 7-8 middle school and then became the principal. And the last 4 years, I've been at the central office working in their human resources department.
You should do preparing for the interview. Is there anything that is great to say during an interview?
Absolutely. I would say, first of all, even now in high school, and I know that a lot of our high school English teachers work on this with so many of you, writing a resume now and getting ready for that interview and learning to write a cover letter and learning to market yourself now and having some interests as juniors and seniors, even as freshmen and sophomore students, having those interests and then going and job shadowing in the field.
Is there anything about your career that interests you the most? I know you said that you really were interested in the hiring process, but is there anything else that you just love about being a superintendent?
Well, I absolutely love being at Seneca Valley. I have had great years here, and I'm looking forward to many more great years. What I'm most excited about right now in my new role is, of course, working on some of my agenda items with school finance and budgets being cut all over the Commonwealth. I know that that's something I will need to be working very diligently on with our community.
Is there anything else that you would do differently in your academics?
I'm very much a reflector. I'm always looking back and thinking about how could I do this better? How could I have done this better? So I think I've had definitely a quality education at Duquesne University, Carlow, and the University of Pittsburgh. We're very lucky that in the Pittsburgh region we have so many quality higher education institutions. So would I have done anything different as far as where I attended or what I would have majored in? Absolutely not. I am so excited and glad that I majored in education. I've had a lot of fun.
Is there something about your job that is very important to you? Something that you would stop at nothing to succeed?
First of all, what is most important to me in this job is that students see me as a leader of the district that is focused on leading Seneca Valley into the next century of learning. That the students here see me as a leader who is focused on getting them what they need to succeed when they graduate. That's my number one priority. I want to bring resources to the front line, to the teachers, to the students. I want to give Seneca Valley students every opportunity I possibly can to succeed. Because if you look back at the history of public education and why public education was started, it was to make students, to teach them about democracy and to make students good citizens. And that's what it's all about. And I want to make sure that the students here at Seneca Valley have every opportunity to be citizens whom I will be proud of, whom their teachers will be proud of. So I will stop at nothing to get Seneca Valley what it needs, to get the students what they need here. I am very passionate about getting students what they need. And in order to get students what they need, I need to get teachers what they need. So I'm very focused on talking to students, talking to teachers, talking to community leaders, and always, Seneca Valley is a very progressive district. But what can we do better? What can we do that the next public school district's not doing that's good for our kids? What does Seneca Valley need? And I'm very focused on that.
Now, Seneca Valley has a number of great citizens and a number of students that are doing excellence in so many different fields, and our athletics are one of the best around. Is there anything that you feel that our school could need and or we plan on working in the future? I know the cyber program has started to offer honors courses and other performing arts courses. Do you think that there's anything that Seneca Valley is looking for in the future?
Well, as I stated before, because I've been in a number of public schools, I know how lucky we are at Seneca Valley to offer some of the advanced placement courses that we have, the sheer number of advanced placement courses that we offer. And on the opposite end of that spectrum, the special education classes and courses that we offer our students. I'm very proud of the special education program here, and I'm proud of how accepting our students are from both ends of those spectrums. As far as academics are concerned, the Pittsburgh Business Times speaks for the success that Seneca Valley has had. So I am very proud of the academics and the sports and all of the different things that we're doing here. I will have a focus on constantly trying to improve those. So I don't think there's any one specific area that we need or could improve. My job will be, because Seneca Valley is so big, my job and one of my areas of focus will be communicating to all the stakeholders. We have 7,600 students. How do I get to all of those students? We have 650 teachers. How do I get to all of those teachers? We have a very large population when it comes to community. We cover 100 square miles. So what can I do to improve? Somehow I need to get out to all of the constituents, all of the community members, and I plan to do that through community leaders, through community groups, but I don't look at what Seneca Valley could improve. I look at what I could be improving, and one of the areas is, because we're so big, I need to work diligently at being a good communicator, which is why I agreed to today's interview. I think it's important that the community sees me, sees what I'm about. I think it's important that the students see who I am and what I believe in and what I intend and where I intend to go with Seneca Valley. So I'm going to work very diligently at communicating to such a large group of people, such a large population here at Seneca Valley. Now, on the flip side of that, being a large school district, we get to offer a lot of things and a lot of classes and a lot of activities that other school districts don't have. Some school districts don't even have a swimming pool. We have that. And in today's budget crisis, school districts aren't going to get those types of things. So we already have so many great things in place. My job will be communicating that to so many people, all the great things that are going on at Seneca Valley.
Nice. Would you say that you're always available for students? I know you were very cordial when I approached you about doing this interview, but most people feel like a superintendent is kind of untouchable and there's somebody that sits in central office, and I know that to be untrue, but do you feel like you're always available for students in like something like a job shadow or anything else, like any questions they might have?
Absolutely. I am here to serve students, and in my different roles here at Seneca Valley, as an assistant principal, as a principal, as an assistant superintendent for human resources, in every one of those positions, I have had the opportunity to sit. Students would approach me about a number of different issues, and I was always willing to listen. It's very important to me to listen to students, regardless of kindergarten or 12th grade, because they are on the front line experiencing what I think is going on. But when I talk to students, they give me a real perspective of what they're experiencing. So I love talking to students. I would hope that none of our students would think that the superintendent's sitting over there and doesn't have time for them. I'm certainly busy. I'm amazed since the appointment with the school board, my calendar is already filled up quite quickly, and I don't even remember putting most of those appointments in. But someone's putting the appointments in my calendar, but by all means, I think you can ask the people that I've worked with. Anytime a student comes to my door, I will do my best to drop everything and listen to what they have to say. Can I do that every day, every minute with 7,600 students and I'm in a lot of meetings? Probably not. But by all means, I would hope that when I am on campus, in buildings, wherever I might be, that if students have something they want to share with me, that they would stop me, introduce themselves to me, and tell me what they think about what's going on at Seneca Valley. Tell me about what's going on in their classes. What is their favorite class? What are some things that they think we need at Seneca Valley? I am all ears, and I'm willing to listen. So I would hope that today, with so many of you here as students, that today wouldn't be the only day that you and I would have a conversation. I would hope that there will be many days in the future that you and I and many other students will be having conversations about how we can make Seneca Valley the #1 school district in the state of Pennsylvania. We've been climbing each year. But without a doubt, I think we have the resources, we have the students, we have the parents, and we have the support of all of those groups. Our teachers are some of the best that I have ever seen. And I've told you, I've been in other school districts, so I am proud of what we have here. I want that message to get out to our public.
That's amazing. And Seneca Valley is one of the best districts around here with so many other large districts around. And I just wanted to conclude our interview today by asking you just another question with, we have a lot of private schools around here, and I didn't know if you had a specific belief on private versus public. That's just a question that's been in the news some lately with some of the private schools enrollments have been increasing, and not to say that public school enrollment has been decreasing, but do you have any different views on public versus private?
Well, as I stated earlier, if you look back on why public schools were started, they were started to talk to children about democracy, to make sure that the ideals, that the Constitution, that the reasons that this country were started continue on. And that's why public schools were started. I'm very proud of that. And I think public educators should be proud of that. And parents who send their children to public schools should be proud of that. By all means, I think parents have a right to choose. They have a right to choose if they want their child to go to public school or private school, and I respect that right. But I am somebody who believes in public schools because I came from an area and grew up in an area where most of the children, their parents could not afford a private school. I am a product of public education. I am proud of what my teachers offered for me. And I could not have been offered that. My parents could not afford to send me to a private school. So I am an advocate of public school and public education because we educate all children, regardless of wealth, regardless of beliefs, regardless of how intellectually capable they are. We educate all children, poor, rich, gifted, special education. We educate all. That is a wonderful thing. I can't think of a better place to be today than in a public school, and especially at Seneca Valley, with the Cyber and Arts program, with the amount of AP courses we offer, with the amount of sports offerings, the amount of clubs and activities, and just what you're doing here today. The students are lucky at Seneca Valley, very fortunate that they have a community that has been willing to support this for so many years. So that's my belief on public education.
Yeah, and as students in Seneca Valley, we are so fortunate about the number of opportunities we have. And I'm very glad that we had an opportunity today to sit down, and I thank you again for coming over and letting me interview you, and I really appreciate it. And I hope that all of your endeavors go well with your new role as superintendent, and thanks again.
Absolutely, anytime, Haley. It was a pleasure. Thank you.